Hi everyone, Sherman here today, and I'm going to tell you about the Asus Zenfone 8 Flip, which I have for about 5 days now. I've been using for 5 days now, and if you have been following my channel, you will know that I have had problems with it, and that's why I'm returning it. So the main problem I have with it is that it shuts down and doesn't power up again after I shut it down. So with sometimes it happens. So it happened twice already. I shut it down, and then it doesn't power up. I have to press all three buttons here: the volume up, volume down, and the power key to start it back up again. So I'm not going to demonstrate to you because I don't know if it's gonna start again. One time I did it. I've had to press all three buttons, and then it just started it by itself. One time it went to the power up boot menu, so I had to choose to power up, right? And I'm not going to show that to you today, but I just wanted you guys to know that's one of the main reasons why I'm returning it. And the shop where I bought it from, it's called Thunder Match. They were so kind as to allow me to return it. And just before that, what I did was that I tested it to see if I want to buy it again from them, because I really do like this phone despite what I'm saying, despite its downfalls. But I'm gonna give you a honest review of it, since I've been using it for 5 days now as my daily driver. And I'm gonna tell you guys like the things I don't like about it first. So the first thing I really don't like about it is this fingerprint scanner. On the Zenfone 7 Pro, it used to be on the side where this power button is, and I think that that is the perfect place to have it, because it's much easier to just hold it with the power button and turn it on. Now with the with this on the screen itself, which is see, I have to get it like that, and then I try to get it to recognize my finger, and sometimes it doesn't even do it. And it has this really white light that's so annoying, especially when I use it in the dark room. It just like blinds me, right, because of the white light. So it takes some time. Sometimes it just doesn't detect, and sometimes it detects. And when it does detect your finger, it takes some time to actually open the screen. If not, you have to enter your password. So like after maybe I think 5 times of entering the wrong I mean, if it doesn't detect your fingerprint properly, then after 5 times you have to enter your password. So the next thing is, it does have this problem with the screen, where I noticed that if you switch it to a really low lighting, like the brightness at the lowest level, you will actually see here. I have a screenshot of YouTube. You will see that when I'm actually viewing it in the dark, you'll see that one side is actually darker. I don't know whether that is the black crush issue that the ROG Phone 3 had, but at first I thought it was. But it was only visible at night when it's really dark, and you'll see like it's not perfectly black. There is like a more white towards the left side, and then towards the right side of the screen it's darker. So it just gives you a bit of a headache at night when you're viewing it in complete darkness. But I understand that not everybody does that. They don't view the screen in complete darkness, and I only did it like a couple of times. So it's not something that will be that bad for you. But what will be that bad for you in this phone is the camera system. Unfortunately, this is the main gripe I had with this phone. It's supposed to be, see that flip up thing, flippy, you can control it with the up and down volume button. So if you go down, it just goes down. You can adjust it, you see, and you get different angles. It's all pretty cool, but they say you can use it as sort of like a tripod, but you're not gonna put it like this because you can't see the screen anyway. So it's kind of pointless. And I discovered that if you move it around a lot while you're doing your video recording, or if you change the lens, it's going to stutter. And stutter. By what I mean by stutter is that the thing will be jerky and it will just hang, and you will see the video hang. So if I'm gonna link the videos down below, I'm sure some of you who have already subscribed to my channel have seen it. You see the videos hang while I'm filming it, so it's really annoying. At first I didn't know what was the cause, and then I thought about it. I was actually trying to use a different camera, the wide angle camera, and the main camera, which is a 64 megapixel one, but the wide camera has a better field of view. It doesn't matter whether you're using 8K, it doesn't matter whether you're using 4K, it all has this problem. If you start to zoom in and zoom out and you mess with it, it's going to stutter and cause problems. I don't know whether this is solved in the latest update. I actually got the update today, I haven't tested it yet, so it might be solved. And if it's solved, then it's a good thing. I hope ASUS solves it. But I would say that that's one of the major issues. I got this phone for vlogging, and it's just not that great for vlogging. If you look at my videos, I'm going to link them down below again, it just doesn't look as clear as it should for an 8K video, or even the 4K video, or the 1080p video. It's just not very clear for some odd reason. I'm filming now on my Samsung Galaxy Note 9, and I think the quality is almost the same. If you look at it, it's I have no idea why, because this phone is supposed to be like using its, you know, that awesome 8K 64 megapixel camera, and the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, I can't even remember what I think it was like 12 megapixels, so it's not great. But again, like they say, it's not about the megapixels. And of course, I'm not talking about photos. This phone is great, right? It even won the MKBHD's blind photo award last year. I think it was the Zenfone 7 Pro. And speaking of the Zenfone 7 Pro, this is very similar. It has the same setup as the Zenfone 7 Pro, except that the Zenfone 8 Flip doesn't have optical image stabilization. I have no idea why. So using the electronic image stabilization, I thought the software would be good enough to, you know, to stabilize it. But when I did the video, again I've linked it below, where there's a light shining from the window behind me, it just makes everything really blurry. So it can't differentiate my face. Like, I mean, it can differentiate my face, it's just that it just makes everything really bright and blurry. So I'm guessing that's because there's no optical image stabilization, and the software has to compensate with electronic image stabilization, and that causes the problem. So it's just my guess, but that's the issue that I face with this phone. Again, like I said, ASUS might actually be having you know, some fixes for it with the updates. Another thing is when I play games with this phone, so I play Mobile Legends, it's just really great. The sound system is actually really great, but I would say that when you play it, you're gonna touch the back camera a lot, so it's going to be very messy, like dirty after a while, because you know you're sweating and you play this game, right? And when you want to do something like streaming the video, you can't really do it because this thing will be coming out and it's blocking your hand. You can't really game. I tried it once, but it just ended up like really bad. So it just doesn't make sense if you want to do streaming. And you can actually do it with this software. With let me just show you guys. It's called AZ Screen Recorder. You can get the camera to pop up to show your face while you are playing a game, but again, it's going to be in your way, so it's not ideal. And you can I actually I'm going to link it below the video I did. You can see it's, I mean, like, it's possible, like it has a front view, but even my Samsung Galaxy Note 9 does it. And like I said, you don't really need that great image of yourself when you're playing a game. So, and it's sad that they didn't even include it in the there's a software for it. I forgot the name, but it's called Game Crate or something like that, or Game Genie. Yeah, Game Genie. So it's the same one, the ROG5, but it's very limited. They actually cut down the features. There's no direct charging where you bypass the battery. The feature is not there. Maybe they will implement it later, I don't know, but apparently the Zenfone 7 Pro has that, because I was reading that it has that. And one more bad thing, if you play games like Mobile Legends, don't expect this to last a day. The battery drains really quickly, and it doesn't make much sense to me, because it drains as fast as, say, my Samsung Galaxy Note 9, which uses I think it was 4,000 milliampere battery, or even less than that, but this one uses 5,000 milliampere, and the battery drains really quickly. So I tried setting it to 60 hertz and with the lower settings and everything, and it still just drains really quickly as well. So again, it might be updated in software, so it might not be the end all and be all for you guys. Now, the good things about this phone, why I might actually want it again, is the novelty camera. I just love it so much. The look of it, the build quality. It's 240 grams, so 230 grams, so not a lot of you might like it. And again, it's quite hard to reach out. Let's say you have small fingers here or short fingers, you can't reach to the other side. And although Asus allows you to pull down like the top part to the bottom, again, I disabled it because it's very annoying, because when it comes down here, you can't reach like the middle part, like this part. It only allows you like maybe here, so it's still really annoying. Okay, so I didn't even enable it. Sometimes it just comes down and it just annoys me. So just bear in mind that it's a two-handed phone. You need two hands to use it most of the time. Again, it's 240 grams. You don't want to drop it and break it. And although it seems really nice and it's good quality metal, you just don't want to break it, right? Speaking of which, it comes with a nice case, which you always use, and I always use it. And the thing is that it does protect it, and I do like the build quality. So I'm coming back to what I do like about it. The build quality is nice. Asus near stock Android UI is actually really good. It's not like Android 1 or my Nokia 7, for example, my Nokia 7.1 Plus, but that Nokia 7.1 Plus is actually using Android 1, which is actually stock Android, and stock Android has this really annoying search bar, which Asus doesn't have. Or you can actually put it if you want, but you can remove it, but stock Android doesn't allow you to remove it, so it doesn't have that search bar, the Google search bar. So that's awesome. I just love how quick it is. Everything is smooth and nice. Even at 60 hertz, you don't have to use 90 hertz. I don't really see the difference with 90 hertz, to be honest. Like, I'll take 60 hertz to save the battery, and if you don't use it much, then yeah, the battery can last a day. So that's one thing good. And the sound quality is just awesome. You just heard Mobile Legends just now. I loved how it sounds. It's so loud. For example, I'm gonna start Clash Royale. See how loud it is? It's just, for gaming, it's just awesome. Like the sound, hear that? It's so loud. It's loud and it has a bass. So that's one thing I really like about this phone. Again, when you do like video calls, like Zoom video calls, the size of the screen is just awesome. You can see everything here. Like let me just show you guys YouTube, for example, and just imagine, see that? It's so huge. Like there's no camera in front. It's just awesome. So That's one thing I really like. And again, when you're doing Zoom calls, it's just awesome because the video camera is going to be the main one and people can see you really clearly. So just bear in mind that when you're using apps like Zoom or Instagram or Facebook, you're going to always use the wide angle camera. The wide angle camera, which is this one, right? The wide angle camera is the 12 megapixel and not the 64 megapixel one. So it defaults to that. I don't think you can actually change it to 64 megapixel. The only way you can use it is use the camera app, use the 64 megapixel one and upload your videos or photos to Facebook or Instagram, but not directly. When you're using the app itself, you can't use that. So that's kind of weird. But again, these are like probably things that Asus can fix in the software. And to be honest, I really do like this phone because of the Snapdragon 888, which is really fast. And I might get it again because for that price, right? For the price, and the price is actually coming down. I think there's not that many people are buying this. People prefer the Zenfone 8. Zenfone 8 Flip, like I said, there's no water resistance. There's no like wireless charging. And although you might say that wireless charging is not important for you, don't forget that if you're going to keep plugging in and plugging out, you might damage your phone's port. And also when you are, sometimes you just want to charge it and you make sure that it's charging, it's easier just to put it on a wireless charger and you see it charging and you know it's charging. But when you plug in the cable, sometimes it shows that it's charging but it's not really fully charging because you didn't plug it in properly, for example. And one more thing I really like about it, speaking about charging, is that when you charge it, you can set it to like 80% charge, so it will not charge to the full battery. Like it will allow you to use the, like, set the limits to the charging. So I can't really see it here, but basically, let me see if I can just go to the battery. So you go to battery, you can actually set low battery power saving, you can set scheduled power saving, you can actually have battery care, which is the one I'm talking about, steady charging, so you won't charge it so quickly to not damage your phone. There's scheduled charging, which allows you to charge at certain times of the night, and it has the charging limit 80%, 90%, or 100%. I usually set it at 90% because I don't want to overcharge my phone, so it will always charge just up to 90%. I can just leave it charging, I don't have to worry. And when I'm playing games, I just leave it charging as well, which is awesome, right? It really keeps your battery in really good condition. As you can see here, this battery, it even tells you if you have charge it really well. You see it's all green, so I've charged it really well. You have been taking care of your battery, I've been taking care of my battery. So that's something that I'm particular about. I love that, and that's one of the reasons why I want to get a phone again. Again, for the price, you wouldn't get this kind of quality from any other phone except maybe China-made phones. If you are into China-made phones, then obviously you might actually get a better value. But if you compare against Samsung or those like any other branded phone like Motorola, any phone that is not made in China, you're not going to get the same specifications for this price. So again, it's about $750 or maybe $800 for some of you guys, but I think it's well worth it. So like I said, if you get a chance, I would suggest this phone. I got a black version because it's not so noticeable actually when you bring it out and you're filming. People can't see you film it, and well, it's just cool for that, like vlogging and stuff, because you don't want people to you don't want it to be so obvious that you're vlogging. But like I said, there are many shortcomings. Hopefully Asus can fix it through the software updates. But if you guys are thinking whether to order it or not, I would suggest you go try it out in the shop to see if you like the weight of it, because that's the first thing that that really affected me when I opened it. I was like, wow, it's just so heavy. But after a while you get used to it and it kind of grows into you, and that Flippy camera it's something of a novelty that you're willing to pay for. I'm willing to pay for it if it doesn't have this charging issue that I'm having. Yeah, so charging and powering up issue like that, I'll link it below so you guys will know what I'm talking about. And if you guys decide to buy it, yeah, I would still recommend that you buy it, because not many phone companies create phones like this anymore. And I really hope you guys can support Asus so that they will continue improving on the flip phone that they have here. And yeah guys, I hope you guys like this little video that I did, this little review. If there's any other questions you guys want to ask me, please do comment below, and do like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys. Bye.